Tale as old as time. Okay, guys, I'm done. We're going. How's it going? I guess we're live right now. Well, not live, but we're live on a private link, and we're going to be talking about Beauty and the Beast today. To start things off, my name is Spencer, and I am a cinemaholic. Joining me is
Ryan, and I'm a Cinemaholic. I'm definitely not going to sing because I cannot sing as good as Spencer can. But like you said, we're talking about Beauty and the Beast, the live action adaptation of the original classic, The Beauty and the Beast, which, just a fun fact, is one of the first, I think, the first feature animated film to be nominated for Best Picture. So this is a
correct.
highly anticipated one. Dare I say, this is a movie that has changed a majority of children's lives. This is a beautiful tale, and that's actually on IMDb. That's all that the synopsis says. It says it's an adaptation of the Disney fairy tale about a monstrous-looking prince and a young woman who fall in love, which is just so cute and simple. This was directed by Bill Condon and starring the best and most perfectly cast ever. Emma Watson, Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, Josh Gad, Kevin Kline. I'm just going to go through all of them because I'm on a roll now. Ian McGregor, Ian McKellen, Emma Thompson, and Stanley Tucci. If there's anyone else that I missed, go ahead and let us know. But let me start off by just saying I loved this. Spencer, what did you think of The Tale of Oldest Time?
I've been dreading this review ever since I walked out of this movie. I didn't like this movie too much. I was really, really massively disappointed. I don't think that this movie translated to live action well. The especially when held up to the cartoon. The
Right.
cartoon is a movie that I obviously being the first animated movie nominated for Best Picture. It's a great movie. There are images in the animated version that are really, really like how do I want to word it? They're really powerful. They're really like stirring. Sometimes they're a little bit frightening. And I just don't think that this movie, first off, I really didn't like the way the Beast looked. It took me a long time to get used to the way that they kind of did it. And I think in the cartoon, he looks a little bit better and like more creepy, but he looked just like weird for a lot. A lot of the movie was me trying to get used to this. And I think that the inanimate objects that are animate look really bad, like the clock, the candle, the little cup chip, all of them kind of look stupid to me, and that's what I mean when I say that I don't feel like this necessarily translated well to live action. And also, I don't know. I just feel like it was a movie that it has gorgeous sets. Like the production design was amazing in this. That dance sequence, the iconic dance sequence, was amazing. Like if the whole movie would have been that good, I would have like loved the movie a lot more. But I think the acting honestly is a little bit flat in this movie. Particularly, I really like. I think Emma Watson really looks the part as Belle. I just thought she was kind of flat, like a little bit in some of this movie. So I was really disappointed in Beauty and the Beast. I know you said that you liked it, but go ahead and let's try to talk a little bit about
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
liked about this.
This is something, I can understand what you're saying, but it still is baffling me, like the score that this has on Rotten Tomatoes. I I really, really dig this movie like a lot. And it's kind of like last week we had Kong, which we both didn't like as much as critics had been liking. And this one, I feel like I liked it a lot more than critics are saying. So it's been an interesting 2 weeks. I can agree that the CG was a little lacking and some of those characters, specifically the Beast. There were several times where I was kind of taken out of the movie because he just didn't look right. But I think I think the biggest issue with that, a lot of other movies could have gotten away with that, but this is Disney, and they just did The Jungle Book, and that was revolutionary. You could have just like borrowed the same technology and it could have been a lot better. Is kind of my take on that. Was it wasn't enough to totally distract me the whole time through the movie, but it was like you could have done better kind of a thing. Um, I think a lot of people are going to have issue with the singing and the vocal, specifically Emma Watson. And you said that she felt a little flat. It worked for me. I loved it the whole time. I was never distracted by her performance at all. And I wouldn't say it was necessarily a high point of the movie, but it definitely was not a low point for me. But the singing, I would like to compare the singing to Emma Stone in La La Land, where there's a lot of people who are like Emma Stone. She couldn't hit these big powerful notes. She had this very subdued, kind of realistic voice, and I feel like Emma Watson had that same kind of thing. It's not the big belty Broadway like we're used to, but I think it actually kind of worked for the character for me. And there was specifically in the first song, it does seem a little auto-tuned and it does seem a little weird. I've downloaded the soundtrack and listened to it a few times, and that first song does kind of feel weird. But after that, I do want to say you might have the complete opposite opinion, but one highlight for me that I was just smiling the whole time was Be Our Guest, which was something I was super nervous about. But I think even in comparison to the animated, they pulled it off very well for what they had. And there were just some iconic artsy moments, and even like they looked moments that looked like images that had been painted, and it looked beautiful. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, not too much. I mean, I look, guys, I'm probably in the minority on this one. I haven't looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score, but I imagine that people probably went gaga over this movie. And it's not that it's a poorly made movie. It's just a movie that there were aspects to it that I didn't really enjoy. I wouldn't say I hated. I just would say that like it wasn't really my cup of tea,
Uh,
as you could say. But yeah, I think if I were to score this, I would give this movie a 5 out of 10. I mean, there are aspects that are good, like you said, visually, especially those like sequences. They're really well made. But other than that, I don't know. I was disappointed in it. What would you score it?
I'm gonna go a lot higher. I'm gonna go an 8.5. I really, really liked it. I was just smiling the whole time. And to anyone who has considered not going to see this because of the controversy, go see it. Go see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's nothing.
If you have an interest in this movie, and if you're somebody who loves the original, chances are you're going to like this movie. It's very faithful to the original, and that stupid controversy, it's really not even worth mentioning. It's like a what, like 2 3 second scene basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't have any sort of issue with it.
And I
Yeah,
think
guys.
it does well of like you said, it does stick very well to the original, but it also pulls in like two songs from the Broadway and not the movie. So I think it does do a very good balance of kind of bringing us everything that Beauty and the Beast has culminated to over the time. So I would definitely suggest it, but that's just me.
Okay, guys. Well, Beauty and the Beast. Will you be its guest? Yeah, that was bad. That was a very poorly spoken line. Anyways, guys, follow me on Twitter at SpinnyHand. Also, if you want any sort of questions answered, email us at cinemaholicproductions@gmail.com. So, Ryan, where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rye_Gordon. I'm doing the 365-day photo challenge, which has been super fun and super creative and very, very exciting. So follow me there. Until this weekend, bye.